There's something the world doesn't talk about enough: why Muslims are truly honored. And today, let's talk about it, openly, honestly, and from the heart. Because when you take a step back and really look at the Muslim community, there's a strength there, a peace, a discipline, a dignity, something that makes the world stop and respect. Even if the media doesn't show it, even if people don't say it out loud. Think about it. Over 2 billion Muslims across the world, from skyscrapers to small villages, live with a discipline that blows the mind. 5 times a day, no matter where they are, no matter how busy life gets, they stop everything. They stand. They bow. They put their forehead on the ground and remind themselves, I am nothing without God. In a world chasing likes, fame, and money, here's a community that pauses to remember why they exist. That's not weakness. That's power. That's honor. That discipline. That humility. It commands respect. And then there's the unshakable identity of Muslims. You see it in the quiet confidence of a woman walking in her hijab. You see it in the man who says no when the world pressures him to compromise his values. You see it in kids fasting in Ramadan, even when everyone around them says, why bother? In a world where everyone bends for trends, Muslims stand firm, anchored by faith. And deep down, the world admires that. History remembers it too. The golden age of Islam didn't just happen. It built the world we live in. Algebra, astronomy, medicine, universities, maps of the stars, even the coffee that keeps the world awake today, all born from Muslim minds. They didn't chase fame, they chased knowledge, because for them, learning was worship. And through that worship, they lifted humanity. The world honors that legacy, even if it forgets to say it. But what truly touches hearts is the brotherhood Muslims live by. You walk into a mosque, and even if you know no one, you're greeted like family. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. It's not just a greeting, it's a worldview. Muslims believe the global community is one body. If one part hurts, the whole body feels it. That's why in Ramadan, food is shared. Strangers eat together. The poor are fed with dignity. And during Hajj, millions of people from every nation, every color, every language stand side by side in identical clothes. No rich, no poor, just human beings equal before God. That unity, that compassion, it's something the world feels, even if it doesn't understand. And then there's justice. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, the best of people are those who stand up for truth and defend the weak. You see that spirit in Muslims today, helping refugees, feeding the poor, standing for the oppressed, giving quietly through zakat. Zakat isn't just charity, it's a duty, a built-in reminder that your neighbor's hunger is your problem. In a selfish world, that kind of compassion is rare and honorable. But here's the thing. Muslims have faced it all: colonization, wars, hate, discrimination, Islamophobia. And yet, they're still here, still praying, still believing, still proud. You can't break a people who live for something bigger than themselves. Their resilience, their dignity, their faith. That's why the world honors them, even when it doesn't want to admit it. If you're a Muslim listening to this, take this to heart. Be proud. Proud of your faith. Proud of your history. Proud of your discipline, your compassion, your values. The world honors you, not for wealth or power, but for the light you carry inside. And if you're not Muslim, look closer. Beyond the stereotypes, beyond the headlines, see the beauty, see the faith, see the love and the strength of a people who refuse to lose their soul in exchange for comfort. Because honoring Muslims is really about honoring humanity. It's about realizing that when we respect each other's faith, we all rise together. Look at the everyday Muslim life. It's not just religion, it's a way of living that keeps people grounded in a chaotic world. Before every action, they say Bismillah, in the name of God. Before eating, driving, working, that constant awareness keeps them humble. In a world ruled by ego, Muslims are taught every day, let go of pride, put God first. That humility itself is true greatness. Look at how Muslims honor their parents. In Islam, that's not a choice, it's a command. Paradise, they believe, lies beneath the feet of their mothers. They give up dreams, jobs, comfort, just to care for their parents in old age. In a time when the world forgets its elders, Muslims remember them with love and patience. And that is rare. That's respect. That's honor.
Look at how Muslims value family and community. In a world full of loneliness, Muslims find strength in togetherness. Eid, weddings, funerals, Friday prayers, moments that bind hearts, not just hands. Because to be Muslim is to belong, not to one family, but to an ummah, a global family. And then there's charity in secret. Muslims giving food, clothes, money, quietly, privately. No posts, no cameras, no applause. Because the best charity is the one where the left hand doesn't know what the right hand gave. That's real generosity. That's real faith. And Ramadan, 30 days of fasting, from billionaires to villagers. No food, no water, no complaints. Just faith. Just gratitude. Just strength. They do it in heat, during exams, at work, still smiling. That's not just self-control, that's spiritual power. Even science now proves the benefits of fasting, but Muslims have known it for 1,400 years. It's not about health, it's about the soul. And finally, there's Hajj. Millions standing in white, side by side. No titles, no wealth, no status. Just equality before God. Even those watching from afar feel it. That pure energy of unity and faith. Leaders, thinkers, and even non-Muslims have looked at Hajj and said, this is humanity at its purest. Even the way Muslims greet each other. Peace be upon you. Imagine if every person on earth began every meeting with peace. That's not small talk. That's a message to the world. A culture built on peace, love, and wishing good for others. And today, the world needs that more than ever. And let's not forget the strength of Muslim women. In a world that pressures women to look, act, and think a certain way, Muslim women say, I decide who I am. That courage, that dignity, that faith. It's power in its purest form. So yes, the world honors Muslims, not because of what they have, but because of who they are. Their faith, their humility, their unity, their strength. And if you look closely, you'll see, honoring Muslims is really honoring the best in humanity itself.